going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today we got to talk about Kevin Durant and Charles Barkley relationship. Now, guys, the Suns and every other team is doing their pre-playoff interviews, and one of the questions that KD was asked was about Charles Barkley, and KD said he respects Chuck a lot. Respects everything he's done for the game and them being superstar players or whatever. But he was asked would he sit down with Chuck, and he said he probably declined that at this point, man. I'm gonna let you hear what KD had to say, and then I'll be back with my commentary. Check it out.
Conversation about is he a bus driver or a bus rider? Is this an opportunity in Phoenix for Kevin
100%.
Durant to be a bus driver?
100%. Tremendous amount of pressure on him. He should lead that team. And if they win it, I guess older guys like myself would give him the credit. Because we've always told him that. It's no different than when Kobe said, I had to win one without Shaq. And when LeBron said, I had to win one without D-Wade and those guys. He's sensitive about it, but he don't get to change the narrative. The players, it has nothing to do with the media because their opinion don't matter when it comes to the players. When it comes to the hierarchy of the players. That's no disrespect to the media, but that's where we judge each other.
Y'all are going to be on TNT. Charles is going to be on the mic. You can see it, man. You and him get on the same page about stuff, and James is tweeting about it.
We both played ball. We both played in the NBA. Both superstar caliber players. So I'm sure we can relate on a lot of things in life. We've accomplished and experienced the same things in this league. So yeah, I wouldn't say we're not on the same page. We may disagree on some stuff, but if you watch TNT, those guys disagree every day. So, but to the core, we're all ball players. We grew up ball players, and we went through the journey as ball players. So I say we're on the same page already.
What would you say to them if you could just sit down and talk?
I probably wouldn't say. I probably wouldn't sit down with Charles, to be honest.
You guys actually had that Zoom, I remember. Yeah, that might have been the first close. Yeah.
We had some good moments, cool moments, but like I said, to your point, we to the core, I respect everything Charles brought to the game of basketball, and I try to emulate all the greats in some form or fashion. So I'll never take away, what he means to the game of ball. So yeah, I think we're all cut from the same cloth when we've been through this journey.
So, man, we hear from KD, and he's in a positive light and good spirits. And it should be noted that, Barkley's a Suns legend. They've been to the NBA Finals with him. I was going to say that was the last time they've been to the NBA Finals. But no, they went a few years ago with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton. So, and Mikal Bridges. Don't let me forget him, the way he's balling down there in Brooklyn. But, before that, the last time they had went was with Chuck, and Dan Marley and Kevin Johnson. So it was good to hear from KD. KD probably, if they make the finals, Chuck will be in the building, and Chuck is revered in Phoenix. So, they would probably, the people in that area would love to see those two NBA Hall of Famers come together, and show some mutual respect. But KD was like, look, man, I don't see myself sitting down with dude. He's been saying crazy stuff. And Barkley's saying, what I'm saying isn't that serious about you. It's just the truth. You have to win independent of Steph Curry. And I don't disagree with that. I think if he would have won in Brooklyn, it would have been good. If he wins in Phoenix, it'll be good, KD. But I think KD, if he does win in Phoenix this year, he will feel the love in a different way that Chuck is talking about. Even though Chuck hasn't won one, what I've learned to appreciate is the guys that stayed in one place. Like I appreciated Reggie Miller playing in Indiana. It just made the series better. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day when so many guys weren't teaming up, like the top players in the league. I feel like it was so Dominique Wilkins, you could watch an Atlanta Hawks game because Dominique Wilkins was playing and different things like that. And I think that's what Chuck and them were talking about. At the same time, these players have a lot more freedom today, and they're able to choose their destination. And if the organization isn't doing everything that they feel like is in their best interest, they can do something about it. So I'm not totally against that either. I think each situation is unique, and I feel like some guys were forced, like, put it like this. We like what Pippen did staying with the Bulls from an entertainment standpoint, but you know, when he sat out and he was trying to get a different contract and everything, like he signed and it was his fault and they wouldn't renegotiate it. But players aren't falling into those type of deals, you know, as often today. Like, yeah, it was good for entertainment, but we know now that he didn't like Mike. Mike didn't like him or whatever. And we know that, you know, players were kind of forced to be with that team back in the day. And I don't think that's necessarily good either. Just so we can say somebody won 6 rings, well, yeah, and Pippen did eventually get paid, but some other players probably been in similar situations and never got their big payday. So, you know, I say all that to say, KD, you know, he was within his right to leave. I just think going to Golden State was not the move. He could have went to any other team in the NBA, I feel like, and it would have been impressive. Like, who was somebody at that time? Like, imagine if KD would have went to Toronto and he would have won the title, like, instead of Kawhi, if he would have went there. Like, that would have been impressive. Where he would have went, I don't know, any old team, you know what I'm saying, that had a shot, but you know, they needed a superstar to get them right over the hump. Like, nobody would have looked at KD crazy for that. And honestly, you know, with what the Knicks have built now, if they could have got Jalen Brunson to come in at this point and KD was there, that would have been crazy. But the Knicks kind of shot their own self in the foot with KD, you know, Dolan and those guys. You know, they shot themselves in the foot with acquiring him. But they look good right now too. But man, But back on Chuck and KD, man, I feel like what Chuck is saying is true. I feel like KD isn't receptive to that delivery. And, you know, I mean, KD can feel it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't bother him if Chuck was the only person saying it. But these statements have some steam. And those championships just aren't the same with the Warriors. You know, they just ain't. But, I mean, you know, yeah, you got finals MVPs and everything, but they're not a player of his caliber. You feel like can lead an organization. So that's what I would say back to that, man. But hey, KD, he got his chance this year, you know, because it ain't like Chris Paul won one. We know Devin Booker can't be the best player on the championship team. Perfect situation for KD. So I feel like this is going to be interesting playoffs, but they got to get past the Clippers first, and I feel like the Clippers match up really nicely with them. So we're going to see how that goes, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.